In this further improved version of the third generation design, the Renault Trafic mid-sized LCV gets smarter looks, a redesigned cabin with extra technology, a range of more efficient 2-litre DCI diesel engines, and even a full electric E-Tech option. As before, there's a choice of 2 lengths and 2 roof heights for the panel vans, plus you can specify the option of EDC auto transmission, and the cabin has been designed to function as a mobile office. It all means that this van remains a strong contender in the medium-sized LCV segment.
Renault has given this Trafic model its latest full electric technology, but most operators will be more interested in the extensive tinkering the brand's done with the 2-litre blue DCI diesel unit introduced into this model line back in 2019. This now comes in 4 flavours with a base DCI 110 engine, as here, propping up a range that also gives you DCI 130, DCI 150 and DCI 170 levels of output, the latter two offered with the option of Renault's EDC6 automatic gearbox. The frugality and emissions of this 2-litre diesel were improved as part of the 2021 model update, and the result is that most variants show useful efficiency improvements. This DCI 110 model manages up to 40.9 mpg on the combined cycle, with CO2 emissions of up to 182 grams per kilometre. Whatever the powertrain you select, you should find that this Renault remains a tough workhorse, whatever its working conditions. Maybe that'll involve towing. Trafic operators get a braked towing capacity of 2 tonnes. Maybe it'll involve deliveries over loose surfaces such as gravel, light snow or mud. If so, a standard grip extend feature allows one wheel to spin to help you to gain traction. Or maybe it'll involve long motorway mileage. If so, you'll appreciate refinement that's aided by an acoustic windscreen, using a special resin that filters out vibration, minimises hum and restricts the amount of transmission noise you get in the cabin. There's a 3-year, 100,000 mile warranty, and maintenance costs should be reasonable, courtesy of reasonably lengthy service intervals that are every 2 years or 24,000 miles, whichever comes first. Though this design is also shared with Nissan, when produced as a Renault Trafic, it certainly has its own identity. As for what's changed with this revised version of the X82 series Mark III model, well, the front-end styling's been further updated, which gets you this redesigned bumper that complements the upright chrome-finished grille. Flanking that are chrome-edged LED Pure Vision headlamps with C-shaped running lights that, as part of this update, get better light distribution and a 15-metre greater range. This remains one of the larger, medium-sized vans on the market. Now, as usual in this class, there are short or SL or long or LL wheelbase body shapes. And even this SL version is virtually 5 metres in length. There are 2 roof height options. We've got the standard one here, and a wraparound rear bumper flows into generously sized, strategically placed side protective mouldings that give a robust appearance and are perfectly sited for the rough and tumble of this van's likely working environment. It's inside, though, that the most significant changes have taken place with this updated Trafic, so it's time to take a look. Get yourself behind the wheel, and the improved cabin quality isn't that far off what you'd find in an upper-scale van-based MPV, which is just as well, because the people-carrying Trafic passenger model must function as exactly that, all of which, of course, benefits this panel van version immeasurably. A key change is the introduction of this more sophisticated-looking 8-inch EasyLink central infotainment touchscreen, which has useful added Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone mirroring functionality. The instrument cluster's been completely redesigned too, and plusher models get this smart 4.2-inch TFT colour display between the dials. As usual in a French vehicle, the seats are comfortable. These ones get lumbar support and an armrest for the driver on all variants. And most models get a central passenger seat back featuring a fold-out mobile office surface with a detachable clipboard, so you can more easily keep track of orders on the move. There's loads of storage space around the cab, and build quality from the French Sandouville plant seems reasonable. Time to take a look at the loading area. Now, Renault gives operators this 3-button key or an optional hands-free key card. In either case, there's single door opening for greater security. What about capacities? Well, that of course will depend on your choice of body shape. There are 2 body lengths, the short wheelbase variants badged SL and the long wheelbase derivatives badged LL. We've got a short wheelbase standard roof height SL model here, which can manage a 5.8 cubic metre load capacity total. So even here, your Trafic panel van will be able to swallow up to 3 Euro pallets, or no fewer than 11 BA13 spec standard sheets of plasterboard. This figure rises to 7.8 cubic metres for the LL long wheelbase standard roof model. Add the higher H2 roof option, and those figures rise respectively to 6.7 cubic metres for the SH short wheelbase version and 8.9 cubic metres for the LH long wheelbase body shape. To give you some class perspective on that, the longest, highest roofed version of the rival Ford Transit Custom can take up to 8.3 cubic metres. Before you decide on body length and roof height, make sure you take into account the advantages of the load-through bulkhead flaps that come as standard, providing you avoid entry-level trim. This kind of feature also features with direct rivals, the Ford Transit Custom, for instance, allowing longer items like ladders or planks of wood to be poked through into the cab. The difference here, though, is that you can slide such items much further into the cab. On that rival Transit Custom, you can only push things through from the cargo bay as far as the edge of the seat base. It's useful to be able to do that, of course, but the difference with a Trafic is that you can go further with an extra flap in that seat base, allowing items to slide further into the passenger footwell. The first flap in the bulkhead adds an extra 41 centimetres of loading length. The second adds 80 centimetres. The apertures they create are 228mm high and 510mm wide, and the flaps are held open by magnets. Of course, operators won't only be concerned about the capacity they can carry, they'll also want a van that can deal with heavy weights too. In short wheelbase form, you get a choice of either 2.8 or 3-tonne models, designated either SL28, as in this case, or SL30. The long wheelbase range sticks with the heavier option, so here you'll be looking at an LL30 variant. A 2.8-tonne version can deal with a payload of anything up to 1,017 kilos. A 3-tonne model can deal with between 1,227 and 1,251 kilos, depending on model. What else? Well, as usual, there's the standard side loading door on the left-hand side of the vehicle. To prevent damage from such unsecured items, most operators will want to look at the kind of ply lining kit to properly protect the load bay that we've got fitted here, which gives you these useful compartments over the wheel arches. The van market is changing, and this Renault Trafic has needed to change with it, and it has. This third-generation design has become smarter and more efficient than it was before, and with its easy-link connectivity fitted, also has the potential to function as an office on the road. An owner-driver could be pretty much permanently based in the thing, if they so wished. It'll all make quite a difference in a vehicle that wants to be as crucial in the business lives of its customers as it will be to its brand. It certainly looks well equipped for that job. Your right-hand van, that's about the size of it.